Turn around. Look at what you see in her eyes. The mirror of a dream. Anyways. Woo! Here we are. I don't think I'm that cool. I'm inside, already wearing a hat, so I'm going to remove these oh-so 80s aviators. Shout out Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Michael Jackson.
By the way, I got to get better at giving shout-outs. You know, I preach on giving and spreading love, what have you, in the VC. So when something just pops in my head, I'm going to interrupt myself, probably lose a train of thought, and go long, because when I think of some cats, too many 45s. That's who it was. Randomly, just popped in my head. New guy to the VC. There's some more guys out there. When I think of them, I'll shout them out. But there's new people in the VC. They're making videos. They're entertaining. They're good people. They deserve love, right? So, fine young lady, can you do me a favor and drop the music?
Of course.
Okay. So we're gonna have.
What are you waiting for?
Because we're gonna have some peculiar background music, right? Because this is not the soundtrack. This is the score. This is Stranger Things. Let me go ahead and open up this whole gatefold, right?
You had said it was ready to drop.
So all you had to do is drop it, right?
That's what I did. No, that's what I actually did.
You slammed it, yeah.
No, I did not slam.
Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. You're good.
It did the same thing.
You're good. Hunky dory. All right. So here's the inside of the gatefold. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking the.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm trying to show off my super.
Yeah. So
old retro
if you can't tell, I am wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt. She's wearing a oh-so 80s outfit.
Yay!
Yay! We got a slew of 80s coming at you.
Yes.
If you can see over that first press Power Slave, I got some Ramones back there. There's a glare on it. I got some Pat Benatar. I got an 83-84 Michael Jordan All-Star jersey. And then the lady has a red leather zipper jacket, right?
Yes.
So we're going full-blown 80s, right? And then we got weird music in the background. That's not 80s, but 80s related. Because this show is dope. And then look at you strong-arming things. I like it. You know? But, so this show's dope. So, man, I could support my show. And in addition, I got a friend in the VC, Beth at B-Side Records. I'm not lazy, you know that. Never have been lazy.
No.
So you got to support a friend when you get a chance, right? So we're getting strange with 80s stuff, right? So hey man, let me go and throw in a bonus while we're at it, right? Doctor Strange with Morbius, and then now that Marvel's got all the rights, there's hopes that he might be cool. But yeah, Doctor Strange, 1989, making the cut, right? Anyone? Strange Brew on VHS, probably complete with 1980s dust too, right? So love this movie with Pops back in the day. And then the beer, which is very Beth appropriate. Feel free. Catawba? I assume that's how you say that. I should know that because it's from the region of North Carolina just above me. But so, it's White Zombie White Ale. Why gotta be a white ale? You know what I'm saying? But, bad Phil joke? Yeah, I saw your face. I saw your face. Yeah, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this though. The moment I opened the refrigerator, I was hoping we would drink this.
Yeah. But it seems appropriate for Beth, right? So that's what we're drinking right now. Music's getting creepy and loud and burst.
Very loud.
If you know where remote is, cool. If not, the world will end, right? So let's get right after it. While you search.
Well, I searched.
Yeah, feel free. No worries if not. Favorite board game? She's got some questions. Beth the B-Side Record. She's got a contest. This is fun even if it wasn't a contest. Let's get after it, right? And favorite board game? Alright. One second.
Was it that one?
You can play Vanna White in just a second. I alluded to this in a recent video, right? Your boy, I'm not going to brag on video games outright. I got some good ones, and I'll say the ones I'm good at, and I'll own the games you'll beat me at, right? But your boy is a bit of a tabletop / board game wizard. You really don't want none, right? And I'll globally conquest any mofackle in the VC. You better believe it. All right? And so since we're tying into Stranger Things, right? I figured what's appropriate? Stranger Things, Dungeons and Dragons, if you've seen the show, right? So I played a little bit of Dungeons & Dragons. We moved around a lot when I was a kid, right? So any of my nerd friends that were into it, I moved away, and then whatever, it just disbanded, and I didn't get to play a lot of Dungeons & Dragons when I was a kid. I did play some Overpower, which is like a comic book version of Magic the Gathering. Nerd. But, so, anyways, these limited prints, right, are Dungeons & Dragons characters, right? This is a Cthulhu. And if you didn't know, Dungeons & Dragons borrowed a lot of mythos from different people, right? Sealed in the back. Number 1 of 100. Skinner is the artist. I got these from Frank at Pharmacy Records. This goes in my mostly green and red bedroom soon. You know? And then, let me try to finagle these. If you guys saw Once Upon a Time with Dustin when I did my Maiden heavy metal finds, I got this cool pink and bright blue Iron Maiden, right? The Killer's one, right? So I got a blue Office, if you've seen that in the past in one of these videos, right? And so in the same color scheme, it's gonna right here. This one's actually. I love this. This is an original character to Dungeons & Dragons. This is the Beholder. So any of you nerds that know about this jazz, I'm a nerd, and I think these are dope. And even if they didn't have ties to Dungeons & Dragons, and it doesn't break it for me or make it for me, this just stands alone as art that I dig regardless. I
immediately wanted to put it under a black light.
Yeah, she actually brought over a black light, right? And so we're getting after it, right? So there's board games, right? And then, you know, I'm going to throw bonuses in here, you know. I like to do it big for, you know, contests. Then, you know, Beth's a friend. Yes. Not just a friend of me, but I think growing a friend of you, correct? Yeah, yes, so
I love Beth.
Who doesn't love Beth? Everyone. Fuck you if you don't like Beth. How about that? Yeah, let's get bold, right? And by the way, this might make a little bit more sense. I'm going to send a link. Okay. All right? We did it last time, and she sent a link. What happened our last video? We got blocked because of YouTube. You know, I don't ask for likes or thumbs up for views or anything like that. I only ask for comments. Engage back and forth. Let's spread love, right? But we had to get taken down for a video, and then I had to find a way to remove noise. That's why there's no noise in the first minute. So whoever clicked in the first hour and left like 20,000 likes and views for this pretty young lady, they've been eradicated. And also, for everyone who swore, half my comments got blocked. Yeah. So the teacher was not happy, you know? So anyways, if you want to go back and watch that, feel free. We're talking about nothing. Good times, though, right? Cheers to you.
Good time. We're making good time.
Oh, so the link. That's why I'm getting sidetracked, right? Because I interrupted interruption with interruption. So, yeah. Thumbs up for this lady, if you're going to thumbs up. She's all into it. I just wore a t-shirt. She's like, I got a cute outfit. I'm wearing a scrunchie and a ponytail on the side. Last time she dressed like a sexy teacher with a pencil in her hair. You know?
It's just making me realize I have a lot of different outfits.
Doesn't hurt my feelings. But,
like, I have an outfit for every costume occasion.
So we're going to get after it, right? So this is 80s style. And she has a bonus. I started off with a bonus. You know, I'm like, straight extra credit, right? Turn around.
I was not expecting that.
So we're cool, right? So we just get in there. That's going to make sense. You guys should already be watching Beth's channel, so you should know what the bonus gift she's given. The mystery. I'm going to send a link, because it's funny. You guys should have already seen Beth's video. If not, whatever, right? So 5 80s bands, artists, songs, and so on and so forth, right? So since it's 80s, I go with stuff that's cliche and iconically 80s. All right? And if you're going to do that, you might as well start off with cassettes, right? So I got a double dose of Billy Squier. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then also a double dose of Hall & Oates. This one's actually pretty dope. I've never seen this on vinyl. It may exist, but this is Hall & Oates live at the Apollo with David Ruffin and Eddie Kendrick. So that's actually a pretty cool thing, right? So feel free, right? Also, iconic 80s, Billy Idol. And then my favorite for this is, everyone knows Rebel Yell, but mine on this would be Flesh for Fantasy. But this is a little ear candy, a little guilty pleasure once in a blue moon. Very rare spin, but for $2-3, whatever this was. The Go-Go's. This is in great condition and dirt cheap. So I don't mind it taking up a little bit of space in my record collection. Alright? Shown this in the past with Schlarb. This is some so 80s Cool in the Gang. 70s would be my choice, but that is fashionably horrifically awesome. So I had to show some Cool in the Gang 80s, right? And so these are iconic artists, you know, or you associate with 80s. And then I said you had to do a song, because when you're a kid, you know, whether it's over the summer or whatever, there's always going to be songs that get stuck in your head if you're an 80s baby like me that, you know, you have fond memories from the late 80s, early 90s, or even, you know, whatever. New Shoes. Do you know what this one is right here?
No, I can't say that I know.
I can't wait. Huge hit. I'll play this for you later.
Okay.
But so. Anyway, doesn't
I bet the moment he plays it, I'm like.
All right. So then I figured, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and hit up some, you know, things that I'm pro because it's supposed to be favorite, right? These are just the iconic, doubling down stuff I like, and this is a little bit of eclectic. Like the B-52s, man. Started off with the 70s. All those were playing throughout the 80s. I want to say this album is 1980, so this is just sneaking in. This is a Mo-Fi. And then, dude, this just screams 80s.
Yes.
Guns N' Roses. I should have pulled out a picture. I had a Guns N' Roses shirt. It was like a skull with a bandana and cross arms with 2 revolvers and a ring of roses. And I got in trouble with school for wearing it because they had guns.
Really?
So my mom hijacked it, and it became her house cleaning shirt. And I have a photo of my mom with like messy hair and like, oh my God, did you capture me? Of just wearing my Guns N' Roses shirt, folding socks.
That's awesome.
But when I first joined the VC, I needle dropped this. If anyone wants to look up way back when, this Nucleus Jam on Revenge is a fun, good, funky, awesome 80s time. Back in the day, I'll segue into that one actually later, right? But Dio, your boy loves some freaking Dio, right? Don't need to get into these. These are kind of standard operating procedure stuff in those realms of music, right? So that we don't go 45 minutes. Let's get into it, right?
Yes, we're doing.
So, favorite summertime thing. You know what? Can you grab the next beer, please?
Yes, I can. I thought it would be watermelon. Am I killing it by saying watermelon?
It's not watermelon. Well, actually,
you've told my whole story.
I think that is why I became such a huge fan of watermelon, because when I lived in the Midwest as a little kid, you know, especially back then, watermelon season was like 3 weeks. It was not that good of watermelon, and it was overpriced. So when I moved to the Carolinas as a little kid, watermelon season starts in April and goes to like freaking October. And so it was just like, it became like there was this novelty treat that you never had in Wisconsin, Illinois as a kid, as long, you know, for the same range of time. And so I was just obsessed with it when I love watermelon.
Loved it ever since.
Gotta defend myself, right? So beer number 1. Beer number 2, this is gonna represent my favorite summertime thing when I was a kid, right?
Planned, completely planned.
It was planned, right? Well, I bought this beer anyways, and I was like, I could segue this into a video, right? So that's what it's all about, right? Belgian white. Why I gotta be a Belgian white? You know what I'm saying? But, see, it didn't work the first time. I doubled down. See, I got you.
Okay, it worked the second time.
Yeah, I got you. Sometimes you gotta go for it twice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, or 5 or 6. Hey-yo. But, no, this is Fat Tire, and it's a bicycle. When I was a kid, man, now you're not allowed to be a latchkey kid. Now everyone's paranoid and scared. It's a weird world we live in, a whole lot of chaos. But, you know, back in the day, if you lived in a small town like I did in Wisconsin, Illinois, you'd be 7, 8 years old. And, you know, my mom would be like, hey, you know, scrape elbows, get in a little bit of trouble, not too much trouble, be respectful, listen to adults. If something goes wrong, you can go to this church when church doors are open, you know, and then call mom, you know, or call someone, or you can go to this neighbor's house, you know, so on. There was like, everyone knew each other in the community, you knew safe spots, you had rules and procedures and trust. Now, kids don't have this trust, but when I was a little kid, I used to bikes. You know,
Yes.
I just tore it up. I got a little entourage. Before I had a crappy Casio, and then I had a Sony boombox I bought a little bit later on when I was starting to get just a little bit older and riding with like biker and skater kids and everything. And we'd stomp around in my Sony cassette boombox because CDs were coming out and cassette boomboxes.
Yeah.
You can get a dope one at that time for $50, $60.
Yes.
And one that wasn't even nice in CD was 100, 120, 140, right? So I had a cassette boombox that if it was stationary, I just plug in a Discman to it. But if not, I'd be stomping around cassettes like would have been a cassette of Metallica back in the day. Just, 12 years old. I was like 6 feet tall, size 13 shoe, stomp around on a bike, listening to Metallica full volume. Just a maniac, right?
A menace to the public.
Flip built to this day, right? And then if I wasn't riding around a bike and screwing on with friends, this actually segues to the next thing. When I was a kid, obsessed with movies, right?
Yeah.
So summer movies, it was not this stack of movies really isn't so much about summer-oriented movies, like they came out in the summer or they take place in the summer. The scene of the movie. By the way, look at that Jordan, man. The Bulls are gonna bounce back someday. But so dumb action movies, Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This might be a little controversial. My favorite. I just had a complete brain fart. George Lucas. Sorry. Favorite George Lucas movies are actually the Indiana Jones movies. Your boy loves Star Wars. I love all kind of intergalactic space movies. Box set right here on Blu-ray.
Are you trying to start a fight, like in the comments?
Dude, no. Well, I'm trying to start comments, man. Weigh in if you have an opinion. But Indiana Jones. Things I used to watch with my sister. Johnny Dangerously. There's a gag. I don't know what happened to Joe Piscopo. That's his name, right?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know why I'd have to look it up. Yeah, Joe Piscopo.
There you go.
Yeah, like I'm so dumb I have to look it up, even though I got it right. There's this. You've never seen this movie, right?
That's the problem. Yeah, no.
Okay, so I know. But so this is a comedy, kind of like mockish type movie, and he's a gangster, but he wants to do right by the community. He's like a Robin Hood type character,
Oh, okay.
and he's trying to be a big brother to his younger brother is like in political office, and he's keeping the secret that he's Johnny Dangerously. But Joe Piscopo is the rival, kind of evil for a comedy character. But he keeps on getting publicly shamed and humiliated. Like someone picks him up and sets him like on a coat hanger on a door, and
so he's just staying
and he'd say stuff like, "My mother hung me on a hook once." And like I don't even. I haven't seen it in so long, but it'd just be like whatever. Yeah. I couldn't even say someone threw. I can't even recall, but it'd be like my brother threw a pie in my face one time type. That type of mess. My sister and I too. To segue, Xanadu. Yeah. I freaking love this movie. It's so stupid. It's a part of my childhood. It's nostalgic. It's freaking awesome, right? So, and then I guess movies, and I'm going to double right back to summertime. I grabbed this to represent something, right? My dad's now gone. Anyone watch the video? I made some people cry once upon a time.
No, I was one of those people.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but if anyone wants to watch whatever three-pointer video I made, it's talking about pops and everything. But when when the weather got, and you posted the link last time, you got blocked.
No, I didn't.
You got blocked. You go onto the video, you got.
I'll go try it again.
Yeah, just delete it and then see if I don't know. It's so weird. The last video.
Do that?
Bill from the Vinylverse, the nicest guy ever. His whole thing was like, hashtag hot for teacher, hashtag Veronica, hashtag, whatever, just like 4 hashtags he made up.
And
They're
he deleted.
Neat, and he got blocked. What? It's so dumb, man. YouTube was against me, right? But so, this right here also, shout out for waxing my ears. Waxing the ears? So he used to be Psych Sean, and he changed his name, right? But he'll leave a comment, and you can see him, you can look at my past videos, he always leaves comments in my videos, right? He shows psych heaters, right? And it just so happened I got this yesterday at the grocery store, and I was just flipping through it, always pricing and looking at cars, right? Seeing if I'm going to make a move or I'm going to be a dumb meathead and like, I need a 4th muscle car. Just dumb stuff like that.
He doesn't have enough.
Yeah. So I was looking at this, which represents car shows in the summertimes. But I'm watching him, and he shouts me out, and he shows the Beach Boys, like, Eric likes muscle cars. I think, right, this is appropriate. And I'm literally like, I'm listening and watching the video, but I'm also like,
did he just?
Yeah, yes,
call me out?
Yes, Snow, I do like muscle cars. Yeah, you know me.
How would you know?
But so muscle cars did that, and that's gonna segue into my last thing. I smashed my last phone, and I don't have a picture of it. I used to have a real gnarly ElCamino Super Sport.
He looked
You
for
know?
the picture.
Yeah, thing was pretty savage. It was one of those cars that had a beefed up TH400 automatic with like a stall converter, but when you like, it's carbureted, and so when you put it in, you'd have to put it in neutral because the RPMs would drop down and almost get like fuel starved. It'd literally be at the lights like you just hear the camshaft rolling over. You smell like the faintest smell of like just raw fuel in the air, and then like you like push, you like drop it into gear and step on the gas, and between the gear kind of linking up and the fact that it has a stall converter anyways and it catches hard, and then there's no weight on the rear end because it's kind of a truck. That thing was that thing was gnarly, savage, next level, right? But I got that car. I got into an accident with it. It was kind of unavoidable. It had weird electrical issues and stuff like that. The radio would turn on by itself or turn off, and the speakers, it blew speakers. So I just assumed it was electrical from when someone put in a 400 small block.
You never thought it was a transformer in any way.
It was not a transformer. You know, either way, it didn't reveal itself to me. You know, robots in disguise. There's another 80s reference. High
There
five.
you go! Yay!
Yay! You can.
I'm sorry.
No, you can.
Yay.
There you go. Yeah. It takes two to make things go right. Okay, we're nerds.
Wow.
So this ElCamino, right? I used to drive to Simpsonville. There's this place called Gore's Corvette World, which now is out in Malden. You know, but it used to be on that cut-through street that was a couple miles.
Mm-hmm.
It literally went through this one road that's now all filled up, but it used to be barren and nothing went out there. And then this road used to be barren, right? This kind of triangulation of roads, if that makes sense, right? So when I used to, my first like real chefing job, I used to manage a diner, right? And scratch-made diner. You know, we made biscuits and cornbread and cut all our meats and made all our dressings and everything, right? So we did all that. It was pretty cool, right? So I opened up early in the mornings, and sometimes when I do inventory, I'd leave in the middle of the night, and I had weird hours, right? But where Gore's Corvette World was, after they moved, there was just like this abandoned lot, right? Mm-hmm. And so three things happened in this one intersection where Gore's Corvette World used to be, where I did not buy an ElCamino I wanted. It got bought out from underneath me, and then I bought a different ElCamino. Okay. And I guess the ElCamino didn't like it. This ElCamino was possessed, right?
Okay.
Three things happened, right? Oh, also, I no less than 3 black cats crossed that corner that I'm not including. I literally witnessed like multiple black cats just like meow, meow as they run by, right? So, one, the first occurrence, I saw a naked man only wearing a shirt and shoes run across the street, dick flopping in the air. Okay. All right. So, same intersection, right? You ever been driving and then you just hit the wall of rain? Yes. Like there's nothing. And then all of a sudden you were just in the thick of rain, right? So somewhere, you know, there's like supposed to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? That's fallacy, right? That's folklore, right? But there's also somewhere when it rains hard, there's a wall of rain. I was at that intersection and I was parked, and it used to have a notoriously long light that, you know, you either like run it and risk it or you're just in there. And I shit you not, except for a couple little raindrops from being on the perimeter of it or whatever, I was 8 feet away from the wall of rain, where I'm completely dry, and right next to me, just a few feet away, what's up?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was the naked man running away from the rain?
These are separate occurrences.
Oh,
There's 3 occurrences.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said first. Uno?
Oh. I don't know why I thought this all happened at the same time. I'm trying to connect the dots here.
Numero dos.
Numero dos, sorry.
Okay, so wall of rain. Now, literally the one time ever I've seen this in my life. Literally parked next to a wall of rain.
It has chased me before.
Oh, well, yeah, you got a black cloud over you.
Oh,
Yeah. But and then the last thing, I was at that intersection a separate time, right? And it just lit up raining, right? As I pulled the light, it lit up raining, and then this lightning struck next to me, and it hit one of the like the big, you know, when they used to have like the big cylinder transformers, on the corner, right? Because it's kind of like where 2 towns connect or 2 districts connect or whatever.
Gigantic ball of light.
Big giant ball of light, sparks like something from a movie, and then you see everything because the motor miles ahead of you. Yes. It was where all the dealerships are. So you could see for miles ahead, and all the lights and everything all glowing, and all the dealerships lit up. Everything just because, and been raining, it's cloudy and overcast, so there's no moon. So it went from everything lit up and familiar road to giant explosion, kind of confetti, fireworks explosion, to pitch black.
Just your car.
Nothingness. Yeah. And so, and eventually I got in an accident with that car that was completely unavoidable, not my fault, and the electrical never worked again, and I ended up selling the car.
Plus, he never rebuilt himself.
What's that?
The Transformer.
Yeah, the Transformer never revealed himself.
So, whatever.
Yeah. So, that's the randomness that went for 25 minutes. Not too bad. That's pretty much been my cat recently. But so, I'll try to remember to leave the length. You know, but, don't do it.
I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
I'm trying. Huh? What?
Anyways. Alright, you guys have a good one. Awkward exit!